ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च hope all of you are chanting these mantras. Okay. So we are on your PDF page. We are page 2 or page 4, I think. Page 4, top of page 4. And Gita Press, bottom of page 95. So let's read from one sentence before that. Nahi. Start with Nahi. Nahi
Nahi
Bhashya Vishaya
Bhaashyam
Alochana Paratvam
Alochana Paratvam
Pratyagatmekshanam
Pratyagatmekshanam
Cha
Cha
Ekasya Sambhavati
Ekasya Sambhavati
Kimartham Punaha
Kimartam Punaha
Itham Mahata Prayasena
Itham Mahata Prayasena
Swabhava Pravritti Nirodham
Svabhava Pravritti Nirodham
Kritva
Kritva
Dhiraha Pratyagatmanam Pashyati
Dhiraha Pratyagatmanam Pashyati
Iti Uchyate.
Iti Uchyate.
Okay, we'll stop it.
Dhanyavadam.
We have entered the Dvitiyodhyaya, second chapter of the Kathopanishad, where Bhaashyakara has introduced the second Valli by saying that previously Yama had said, Drishyate tu agriya buddhya, Atma does not reveal itself. It is hiding, constantly hiding. And only the person with a particular type of buddhi required to see Atma. That's what it is. And so that kind of buddhi is needed because we are all anatma oriented, and so seeing Atma is going to be difficult. And so why does Upanishad say that? Okay, that's how we introduced. What is it that's blocking us? What is the barrier? What is the obstacle which does not make us see Atma? That is why this second chapter comes like that. Shankaracharya had introduced it. And then we were looking at this mantra. Paranchikani Vetanat Swayambhuhu Tasmat Parang Pashyati Nantara. Tasmat Parang Pashyati Nantara. That is why this person looks outward and does not look inward. Antaratma na pashyati. Why? Paranchikani. Yatrinat Swayambhu. This Swayambhu. Swayambhu is a very big thing in our culture. Swayambhu means they look at the linga and say, this is Swayambhu linga. Means came just by itself. Nobody installed it. There is no pratishtha, prana pratishtha, and this did not happen. It just happened like they say in uh, one of the places, Gomukh or something. There is a linga of ice, made of ice, and they go there to see that. But then you have to be prepared for disappointment also, because that ice can melt also. This is the problem. Swami was telling once. Then we all went there, and then everybody was disappointed. I was the only one who was not disappointed. Because I had prasad, lot of prasada buddhi I had. So, therefore, Paranchikani, Swayambhu, Parameshwara created our sense organs like this, just turning outward. And therefore, Tasmat Parang Pashyati na Antarat. Antaratma na Pashyati. Yes. Then, Kaschid Viraha Pratyagatmanam Aikshat. He was explaining that. Shankaracharya was explaining that. Avritta Chakshuhu. And in the process, because the word Atma comes two times in this mantra, maybe Shankaracharya chose to explain to us what is this meaning of Atma, Pratyagatma in particular. So we saw that Rudhyartha and Vyutpatyartha. Vyutpatyartha or Yaugika Artha. And so he was explaining that Vyutpatyartha, he said both arthas are same for Pratyagatma. It is same. And we saw four meanings. What are the four meanings? All pervasive, therefore Atma. Resolving into Atma. The whole world during Pralaya resolves into Atma, therefore called Atma. Then the Atma that consumes everything means that provides the sense organs the oxygen needed to do what they do and consume everything in this world. So that way, I think it's all right to call us consumers. You know, all these companies, they have labeled all of us. I don't know if you know it. According to them, we are all consumers. That's it. They're one word. We are all conscious being, intelligent, creative. All this, let it be. Keep it aside. We don't care about all your creativity and all. But you are a consumer. That is what I care about. I want you to keep on consuming. And here Shastra also
Users.
says, Shastra,
Users.
yeah, user. User is a very weak word. User and all is that. You have to consume. Kacha kacha. From get up in the morning, keep having chips and this and that junk food. That kind of consumption will make me happy.
The whole
Okay.
department is consumer department.
Yeah. So then, uh, so this Atma, Shankaracharya says, hey, Atma is a consumer. Okay. And then what is the third meaning? Then what is the fourth meaning? Atma is permanently existing. Always there, always exists. That is also the meaning. So we saw the four meanings last class. Okay. And then while explaining this, tam pratyagatmanam aikshate, which is the kaschid dhiraha, some viveki, the occasional viveki pratyagatmanam aikshate, is able to see pratyagatma. Okay. That is what he mentioned earlier. Avritta chakshuhu. Avritta chakshuhu means with the eyes turned inward. It's not the physical eyes, but the mental eyes. The ability to, we have the mind can turn any direction. And so I can turn my mind in. I can say now my focus is going to be Atma. I'll continue to do what I have to do, but my whole attitude is going to shift now. And now that shifted attitude person is called Avritta Chakshu. Okay. And okay. And then he concluded that in the last class we ended with the statement Nahi Bahya Vishaya Alochana Paratvam Pratyagatma Ikshanam Cha Ekasya Sambhavati. This is a brilliant statement. You have to underline this statement. He says, you know what he says? Bahya Vishaya Alochana Paratvam. Hey, this commitment to all these beautiful things in this world is called Bahya Vishaya Alochana. Alochana means my whole day is booked. Mind is booked with all these so many things, including family and profession and this and that. This is what my whole life. How much I have to save and this and that, and they tell you more and more. Oh, did you think about retirement? Did you save? You know how much you need to save? They constantly they're bombarding us and making us feel like we are somehow, we are no good. We don't know how to take care of our. They're saying that's what they're saying. You people are stupid. You don't know how to take care of yourself. You have to listen to us. So this is how the culture has become. It's called Bhaashya Vishaya Alochana Paratvam. Correct? And other thing, Pratyagatma Ikshanam means going after Pratyagatma, the pursuit of Pratyagatma. So on the one hand, you have Bhashya Vishaya Alochana, and the other hand, you have Pratyagatma. He says, Na cha ekasya sambhavati. You can't find, these two are mutually exclusive. Shall we use that word? They are mutually exclusive. That is the meaning of this. Either I can be committed to Anatma or I can be committed to Atma. Both is not possible. In the same person, both not possible. That's what he's saying. So a doubt might come. Which category do we come? Guruji, am I Bhashya Vishaya Alochana Paratva Purushaha, or am I a Pratyagatma Ikshana Purushaha? Who am I? Well, the ship is turning. The ship has been going in this direction all these yugas, right? And then it's now turning. It's turning for sure. It will take some time for the ship to turn. Because ships, you can't turn just like that. And so, why it's turning? Because that's how it is. Atma and Anatma are opposites. And so, it takes a while because mindset has to change. Mindset is, what do they say? It's a paradigm shift. Paradigm shift. That's what is happening. It takes a while. It takes a while for it to manifest in us. Okay. Therefore, that statement is very important, right? These two are mutually exclusive, he said. Now, kimartham punaha ittam mahata prayasena swabhava pravritti nirodham kritva dhiraha pratyagatmanam pashyati iti uchyate. Shankaracharya is going to explain the fourth quarter, right? Fourth quarter is what? Amritatvam Avrita Chakshuhu is explained in the fourth quarter. Amritatvam Ichhan he is going to explain. He is going to introduce. He's introducing those two words by asking a question. He's asking a question. These people. No, first you said that. First you said. What did you say first? First you said, study of Shastra is very important. You are getting lost in all kinds of stuff. And then you said, as soon as I got interested, you said, Duramete, Viparishte, Vishuchi. Oh, you know what? There is Shreyas and there is Prayas. You're all after Shreyas. I mean, Prayas. You have to come back to Shreyas. Okay? They are opposites. They're contradictory things. They are different paths. These are divergent paths. All that you told me. Okay? Then you said, Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapyavaran, Nibodhata. Wake up. Okay? Turn towards Atma, Brahma Vidya and all you told me. Then you said, Shurashya Dhara Nishita Duratyaya. It is like walking on a razor's edge. How difficult it is? Yeah, it's very difficult. And then you said, Sukshmaya Buddhya, Sukshma Darshibihi, Drishyate tu Agriyaya Buddhya. All this you said. You have to be very focused on this because it's like walking on a razor's edge. It is like walking on Niagara. They tie a rope between Canada and US or something. I don't know. I've not seen it, but I've seen some pictures of this guy who is standing on like this is walking, just holding a thing and then walking like this. We can only watch and we can only wonder how they do all this. And this they said exactly the same thing. Shurasya Dara means that is what it is. It is like walking because anytime you can fall. Okay. All these things you are telling me. At least if I can get something out of it. Uttishtata Jagrata Prapya Varan. Get some teacher so that the teacher can teach you. And then you're telling me ordinary fellows cannot teach you. It's very hard to find a teacher. Nan arena avarena bhoktaha yeshaha. Huh? Ananyana prokte gadiratra nasti. That person must be ananya purushaha. You're putting so many conditions. You attracted me with some carrot and this and that. And then now you're telling me so many conditions why it is very difficult. And so look at Shankaracharya. What a beautiful, how he's answered. Kimartam itta, punar itta, ittam mahata prayasen. With such, what people are there who are so itta mahata prayasen. Mahan prayasa. Great effort they are spending. You have to withdraw pratyahara. Don't be careful. Don't be careful about what you see, what you hear, what you taste, what you eat, and all that. They're all withdrawing themselves from this world. Why? What sane person will do something like this? My sense organs are meant to enjoy life. And you are telling me withdraw from all these things? Because withdrawing is mahan prayas chahiye na. It is not easy. It's going against what my body is meant to do. Vimartham, he is saying, look at that. At least if you tell me I can get some goodies out of all this, I have arthritis pain constantly, my arthritis will go away. Hey, that's great. At least for that reason, I'll study Shastram. Migraine headache I got. Stress is reduced, and so migraine will go away. Hey, that's a good thing, a good deal, I think. At least something, some ailment should go away. Something good should happen to my family. My daughters, my children will live happily ever after. And those things are good. That's if you tell me that, at least I can study the Shastra. But you're saying study of Shastra is useless. No karma palam. Karma, moksha is not karma palam, unfortunately. So no karma palam at all. My God, this is crazy. And so that is why here, look at that. Yama is saying, Kimartham punaha. For what purpose people spend this great effort, mahan prayas, okay? And in swabhava pravritti nirodham. Swabhava pravritti, it is my nature to just go out there, be extrovert, and just socialize and do all kinds of things. There's so many things to do in this world. Okay. These days we can travel all over the world if you have a little cash. So much you can do. Those days, going to America means it's a very big thing. They'll say America returned. America returned nahi hai. America visiting, not returned. America visiting. Visiting from America for 3 weeks. Okay. But America returned. Oh, wow. This will be a big thing.
Get the
These days,
$500 is an getting the $500 is also a yajna.
so it's not a big thing. So he said, Swabhava Pravritti Nirodha. Nirodha means you're putting brakes on what is my nature. Swabhava Pravritti. Okay. And Kritva, these people having disciplined themselves, restrained themselves, right? Dhiraha pratyagatmanam pashyati. You must put a question mark after pashyati if it is not there. Okay, that will be good if you put a question mark. Sometimes this one little mark can make a big difference, right? And so, why? So, how come these people do such great effort? With such great effort, this dhiraha, this viveki, pratyagat, wants to see this pratyagat, wants to know this pratyagat. Okay, why? Iti uchyate. That is going to be said by Yama in the next word. Okay, let's read that. Okay. Yeah. Hemaji, unmute yourself. Amritatvam.
अमृतत्वम्
Maranadharmatvam.
अमरणधर्मत्वम्
Nitya swabhavat. Nitya swabhavatam.
नित्यस्वभावताम्
Ichhan.
Ichan
Atmanaha ityarthaha.
Atmanaha Ityarthaha.
Yeah. So that question has been answered. I mean, that question was asked, to which the answer is Yama's words, Amritatvam Icchan. Okay. So, Amritatvam, Mrita. Mrita means death. Amrita, the non-death, the absence of death. Amritatvam, the quality of the absence of death. Therefore, it is called immortality. Mritatvam is mortality, Amritatvam is immortality. That is how we understand. Because now the whole world is impermanent, anityam. Everything in this world is constantly changing, including the body. But somehow this human being cannot accept that. Cannot accept that. That is why I think this guy is constantly born again, because he can't accept. Not acceptable. Death is not acceptable at all. That is the conclusion I'm drawing by all this study. It's not acceptable. Why it's not acceptable? In the heart of hearts, it seems to be like I'm immortal. But somehow there is some confusion, and therefore reluctantly I die, and then happily I come. Reluctantly I die, happily I come. That's how it seems to be. And so Amritatvam is equal to Amarana Dharmatvam. See, the same meaning there. Desire, the nature of immortality, right? Ichan, Ichan. Okay, before that, Nitya Swabhavatam. Okay, what is Amara Dharmatvam? Okay, death and all is with respect to body. Okay, but you have to go beyond this death and birth. And what is that? Nitya Swabhavatam. Nityatvam. Atma is Nityam. And Atma is Nityam and it is its nature. That is the nature of Atma itself. You don't have to work hard to create this Atma. The nature of Atma is nature. Swabhava is Nityatvam. Therefore, that kind of Nitya Swabhavatam. Okay. Why is it written in feminine gender? Uh, anyway, I'm not okay. It is not feminine really. Nityata. It's masculine. So no problem. Nitya Sabhavatam. Okay. Ichan. Ichan means what? He doesn't explain. Ichan. Ichan means desiring. Okay, Shatru Pratyaya. Desiring that Amritatvam. Because there is something at the end of all this. No living being can do something, especially human beings, can do something that doesn't get them anything. Even the parents, okay, they sacrifice a lot when the child is born, okay. They sacrifice a lot. Sleep. Who wants to sacrifice sleep? Tell me. No, nobody wants to sacrifice. But parents do. The guy comes to office and the guy is like, what happened to you? No, I had a baby 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So once you have a baby, what happens? These people don't have sleep. That's it. You all know that. And so why will anybody do all this? Joyfully done. Why? Because there is that pulsating being right in front of us, which is 100% dependent on us. And so we will joyfully do whatever it is. We'll put up with all this. Not a, so something has, I must get some. I must get. So these people also, even though they are tapasvis, okay? We're all tapasvis. And something is there. And I will stick. I'll stick to that journey, right? So, Nitya Swabhavatam Icchan, and it is for me only. That benefit is for me. Therefore, he's saying Atmana, Atmana, for oneself. For that Kaschit Dhiraha only. Dhirasya. Atmana means what? Dhirasya. I'm not doing for somebody else's sake. That is why sometimes there is a question. This is a popular question. I don't think anybody has asked me yet, but maybe some of you have. Advaita is so difficult. How people are going to come to Advaita? See, you don't worry Advaita is difficult or easy. Do you understand what is going on? This is the question. We are not studying for somebody else. We are studying for ourselves. Atmana. Moksha is always for Atmana. Even parents can worry. My children are like this, like your parents also worried about you like that. My children are like this, they said. You didn't know that. When your parents were saying it, you didn't hear them at all. You didn't hear their concern. But now you are concerned about your children. So that's how it's going to be. It's not going to be any different. So Atmanaha, for that person, here is Ichen, that Amritatvam, that moksha, that Parama Purushartha, Amritatvam Ichen. For that reason alone, they do such great effort they put. Like that. See, Amritatva, Swamiji makes a point, which I noted down. All these words are all starting with negative particle. Ashabdam asparsham arupam abhyajam tatarasam nityam agandavachayat. Every word begins with a negative participle. Neti, neti. Wherever you go, turn around, it's all no, no, no. That's the beauty. That's the beauty. Because that's how it is. Because we have taken up all the yes existence. We have taken up, given it to Anatma. Anatma exists. And Shastram is saying, wait. Just slow down a little bit. Give me a little bit chance you have to give. And so, since I have taken up the entire Anatma, entire Prapancha belongs to me. So now Shastram has to say, no, not that, not that, not that. And so, negative. So Swamiji says, so life is painted as something that has a lot of sorrow. You know? It's full of pain and suffering, like that they say. And then that's why this need to escape this world. This world is of no use. And therefore, I have to go run somewhere else. All these ideas are there. So that negative life, Swamiji calls it MBBS. I may have told you once, but I'll tell you again. So meaningless, boring, burdensome samsara. Like that, he calls it MBBS. Struggle, not samsara, struggle. Meaningless, boring, burdensome struggle. Okay. So that completes the Bhaashyam of this mantra, first mantra of the second chapter. And what is the essence of this mantra? This our whole the way the body is made, the sense organs are all focused outward. I don't want to use the word extroverted because extroverted has a different meaning in English. So they just focused outward, and that becomes an obstacle for me to know myself, discover myself, because the sense organs being focused outward, they have access to Atma. And how do I access Atma? I have to use Shastram. That is where Shastram becomes very big in my life. Okay? And therefore, Kaschid Dhiraha, seeking that Atma, they seek that Atma to gain Amritatvam. That's the idea. So let's do the Anvaya. Swayambhuhu. Kani, within brackets, Shrotradini Indriyani. Swayambhuhu. Kani, Shrotradini Indriya. Because that's the meaning of Kani. Paranchi. Within brackets, Gachanti. Or Parag Gachanti is better. Paranchi within brackets, Parag Gachanti. Then, Swayambhuhu, once again, within brackets, introduce Swayambhuhu. Tani. Swayambhuhu Khani. Better. Swayambhuhu Khani, both in brackets. Vyatrinat. Swayambhuhu Khani, Vyatrinat, within brackets, Himsitavan. Why? Himsitavan means hurt the sense organs. Why? Because they're only focused outwards. Bhagavan has hurt the sense organs. Next, two sentences are over, right? Tasmat. Manushyaha within brackets. Parang. Tasmat Manushyaha Parang. That Parang ing is going to be what? Ka, kha, ga, gha, nga. That nga, fifth letter nga. Tasmat Manushyaha Parang. Then within brackets, Shabdadin. Pashyati. Comma or semicolon. Antaratman na pashyati. Antaratman na, and then pashyati supplied. Full stop. Kaschid dhiraha. Avritta chakshuhu. Kaschid dhiraha. Avritta chakshuhu within brackets sun. Sun. Sun means being. Kaschid dhiraha. Avritta chakshuhu sun. Amrutatvam icchan. Amrutatvam icchan. Pratyagatmanam aikshat. Pratyagatmanam aikshat. Within brackets, pashyati. Okay, so let's repeat this. Swayambhuhu khani shrotradini indriyani paranchi parag gachanti. Full stop. Swayambhuhu khani vyatranat himsitavan. Full stop. Tasmat manushyaha parang shabdadin pashyati. Semicolon. Antaratman na pashyati. Full stop. Kaschid dhiraha avritta chakshuhu Sun Amritatvam Ichan Pratyagatmanam Aikshat Pashyati. First.
Guruji, can you repeat the first Paranchikani? Can you repeat it once more?
Swayambhu Khani Shrotradini Indriyani Paranchi Parak Gachanti. Okay.
After that, Manushya, Parang, Shabdatit,
Shabdadin.
That Yatrunat, where does it? Yatrunat?
Where does it come?
Paranchi Vyatranat, right?
Correct. No, Paranchi is the Khani Vyatranat. So, second sentence is what? Swayambhuhu Khani Vyatranat. Correct? Vyatranat means hurt. Shiva hurt the sense organs. Yes or no? Sense organs are outward. Shiva hurt the sense organs when he created them. Yes? Yes or no? No. No. Anuradha Ji is saying no. What happened?
Then the first sentence, how do we complete it? Is it Swayambhuhu Kani Paranchi? That's it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I know what you're saying. Okay. Khani Paranchi. Okay. Skip Swayambhuhu in the first sentence. Swayambhuhu is brought in the second sentence. Correct. Good observation. So Khani Paranchi Paragachanti. Full stop. Swayambhuhu Vyatranat. Yeah, that sounds right. Very good. Good observation. Anything else? Not, let's move to the next one. Number 2, Sambandha Bhaashyam. Yat tavat
Yat tavat
swabhavikam
swabhavikam
parag eva
parag eva
anatmadarshanam
anatmadarshanam
tad
tad
atmadarshanasya
atmadarshanasya
pratibandhakaranam
pratibandhakaranam
avidya
avidya
tat pratikulatvat
tat pratikulatvat
yacha
yacha
parag what is parag eva? Okay. Your book has parag eva. Yeah, after yacha, you must have parag eva, right? So
yes
you have to change it to
yacha
parakshu eva.
yes sparakshu eva
That is how it must be. Parakshu eva
parakshu eva
avidya upapradarshiteshu
avidya upapradishyateshu
drishtadrishteshu
दृष्टादृष्टेषु
bhogeshu trishna
भोगेषु तृष्णा
ताभ्याम avidya trishnabhyam
ताभ्याम् अविद्यातृष्णाभ्याम्
प्रतिबद्ध आत्मदर्शनाः.
प्रतिबद्ध आत्मदर्शनाः.
Right. So,
Can you repeat what is the correction?
Correction is parakshu. eva. It must be Parakshu eva instead of Parag eva. I think it says Parag eva in your book. That's how I have noted
Correct.
it here.
Correct,
Hmm?
correct.
Okay. Right. So now Shankaracharya is introducing this next mantra, mantra number 2, by saying this mantra is going to differentiate this aviveki from the viveki, the people who are outward focused versus the people who have identified, who have found out that there is something called Atma. Okay, so these two are going to be differentiated in this mantra. He is going to say, okay, let's see what it is. Okay, yat tavat swabhavikam parak. Okay? That which is natural, swabhavik, okay, natural, parak eva anatma darshanam. These sense organs, which is natural, swabhavikam, he said already in the previous mantra, it is natural for the sense organs to be outward focused, okay, going towards anatma prapancha. Anatma prapancha is very easily accessible. The sense organs. All you have to do is think a little bit and then develop more and more instruments. And then you can see only so many, your vision sight is only so much. No, you can use telescopes, you can use binoculars, telescopes, this and that, all kinds of instruments, and you can just peer into the universe. Okay. And so that good the sense organs are. So tavat, all this is swabhavikam, very natural, right? Naturally, parag. Parag means what? Outward focused. Outward focus means what? It is relative to something, yeah. Relative to Atma, outward focused. Because direction, which one will you call out and in? There is no out and in, really speaking. Everything is, it all depends on context. So contextually, Atma Drishtya. Atma Drishtya Parag, outward. Okay. Anatma Darshanam Tat, that is called Anatma Darshan, correct? That outward Drishti is called Anatma Darshanam. Tad Atma Darshanasya Pratibandha Karanam. Okay. We've seen that. That Anatma Darshanam is the obstacle for Atma Darshan. Okay, that's very obvious, right? And so he says that is called avidya. That is called avidya. This outward focused being a barrier to being inward focused, it is called avidya, he says. He's making a bold statement here. He's giving a name to it called avidya. So therefore, you can say here within brackets, avidya iti uchyate. You can put within brackets. So for our comprehension. Okay. Iti uchyate means is called avidya. This thing that was explained in the previous mantra is called avidya. Okay. That obstacle is called avidya. Okay. Now, tat pratikulatvat. Tat pratikulatvat. Because it is, because it's contrary. Anatma darshanam is contrary to Atma darshanam. Okay. And so he is talking about obstacle number 1, which is avidya. Obstacle number 1, because he's going to talk about another obstacle in this next sentence, right? Yacha parakshu eva avidya upapradarshiteshu trishta drishteshu bhogeshu trishna. What does this avidya do? What is wrong with this avidya? See, we don't know a lot of things. In life, there are so many things we don't know. In fact, what we know is very, very minuscule compared to what we don't know. But it doesn't create a big problem in our life. I don't know so much about this Milky Way galaxy. It's okay. My life is normal. I'm fine. I'm not worried about it. I don't get up in the morning and say, oh my God, brain surgery, I don't know. Neuroscience, all my children are studying neuroscience, I don't know. In fact, I'm very happy that my children are studying neuroscience. But I have nothing. I don't even know how to spell the word neuroscience, correct? But it doesn't create any problem. So much ignorance is there, it doesn't create any problem at all. But here it is a little different. This ignorance is a little different. It is not like that. It is not like the ignorance that doesn't cause any problem. He says here, Yacha parakshu eva avidya pradarshiteshu drishta drishteshu bhogeshu trishna. What happens in this entire world of objects that I am so good at looking at, analyzing, and going after, okay, and talking in all dinner meetings, talking so much. What is the next project? What are you going to do? Which vacation you're going to go? All this I'm so good at. And what it does, this world of objects, drishta drishteshu. Drishta drishteshu means what? In the things that are seen and that are not seen, not yet seen. I say I'm going to Bali. If I say Bali is seen or not seen, somebody who's visited will say, yeah, I went to Bali. I know what Bali is. Somebody who has not gone, it is adrishtam for that person, right? Maybe seen some pictures, etc. Or maybe just heard me people talk. And so now desire for Bali, visiting Bali. So adrishteshu, drishteshu, adrishteshu. Okay, Shankaracharya. And then what kind of things they are? They are called bhoga. They are called bhogas. In one word, he's saying the entire prapancha is bhoga prapancha. Is meant for my consumption only. Bhoga. Okay? And in those kinds of things that I can experience, which are all drishta, which are avidya pradarshiteshu, which are all presenting to me, they're all presented to me, but caused by avidya. What he's saying, he's making a bold statement there. It's caused by avidya, which are parakshi, which are all outside, of course. Which are all outside, they're all anatma. In those things, all this shoe, and all is what? In those things, in this entire anatma prapancha, which are all described by these words, what happens in them? Trishna. Trishna. There is an intense longing. There is an intense longing. So avidya by itself is not a problem. But then it creates an intense longing for me in those things. Indriyasyathe ragadvesho vyavastito. Right? Tayor na vasham agachet. Like that Krishna had said in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 itself. Okay. So drishta, adrishta. Adrishta can not just unknown Bali, unvisited Bali is adrishta, but Swargaloka also is adrishta. So many things are there. So many people are committed to things that are to be seen after death. Okay, I am reserving my space after death now itself. Okay, and so that Trishna is there. Okay. Now look. So that is obstacle number 2. What is obstacle number 1? Avidya. Obstacle number 2 is Trishna. Okay. And then Tabhyam. Avidya Trishnabhyam Pratibadha Atma Darshanaha Bhavati. And so those people for whom these two are the obstacles, avidya and this Trishna, so avidya Trishnabhyam, those for whom these two are the obstacles, okay, about them, the next mantra is going to say a few words. That is how Shankaracharya said, right? It's a big explanation. For an aviveki, means a person who is lost in this world. And for such person, is the next mantra is going to say something. And contrasting that person also, he didn't say that here, but both Viveki and Aviveki are mentioned in the next.
Guruji,
Guruji, can you
previous
reply?
sentence has tat pratikulatvat, which means
That
opposite.
because of the two being opposites of each other.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Because Anatma Darshanam is opposite of Atma Darshanam. Okay, and earlier he already said that ekasya na sambhavati, and one person cannot be pursuing both at the same time. Okay, that he had said. Therefore, tat pratikulatvat means the anatma darshanam being an obstacle. In fact, pratikula means क्या आप अनुकूल प्रतिकूल बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में. अनुकूल means favoring. Pratikul means what do you call it? Unfavorable. Unfavorable. Opposite and unfavorable. Then therefore unfavorable.
Guruji, this parakshu eva, that word, can you repeat one more time?
Parakshu eva. So parakshu, avidya pradashiteshu and drishta drishteshu bhogeshu all going together, right? They're all adjectives defining these anatma vastu, bhogas. Okay? And parakshu means which are away from me. Parak, parak, away, outside of me. Parak means those things. Paranchi, all those are all connected words, correct? Paranchi kani in the previous mantra. Paranchi means outward. Same parak, same word, same noun is being used here. Huh? So in those bhogeshu, in those experienceable things that are away from me, parakshu, which are drishta drishteshu, which can be either seen or it can be remains to be seen. Correct? We have a lot of places to go, right? Drishta drishteshu, which are avidya. Avidya upapradarshita. They are all avidya upapradarshita. They are being presented to me by avidya. They are made available to me for avidya, by avidya. Correct? Okay, that's the introduction. So let's chant the next mantra. Any doubts, you ask me later. Parachah kaman anuyanti balaha
Paracha kaman anuyanti balaha
te mrityoryanti vitatasya pasham
te mrityoryanti vitatasya pasham
atha dhira amrutatvam viditva
atha dhira amrutatvam viditva
dhruvam adhruveshvihana prarthayante.
dhruvam adhruveshviha na prartayante.
Once again, parachah kaman anuyanti balaha
Paracha kaman anuyanti balaha
ke mrityoryanti vitatasya pasham
te mrityoryanti vitatasya pasham
atha dhira amrutatvam viditva
atha dhira amrutatvam viditva
dhruvam adhruveshu dhruvam adhruveshviha na prarthayante.
dhruvam adhruveshviha na prarthayante.
In Gita Press, they gave a title here, Aviveki or Viveki ka antar. Right? Contrasting the two, like that it said. So, the first half talks about the Viveki. Okay. Parachah kaman anuyanti balaha. These Avivekis are called, referred to by the word balaha, children. Like that it said. Children. Because children automatically go to what they like and they don't think at all. They don't think whether it's good for me, not good, all this. Thoughts they don't get. So the word balaha often is used by the Shastra to refer to people who are not thinking properly. And so, what do these balahas, what do they do? Parachah kaman anuyan. They go after all the things, likable things in this world. Paracha, which are all outward. Which are all out. Parachaha kaman. Anuyanti, they go after these things. Okay. And then what? Te mrityor yanti vitatasya pash. Te yanti. they end up. They is they in English and Hindi, Sanskrit very similar. It looks like they yanti. They end up. Where do they end up? Mrityoho vitatasya pashyam. World Wide Web of Swamiji's word, World Wide Web, not my word. Okay, and Mrityoho vitatasya means vistarasya. Oh, wide. Mrityoho vitatasya pashyam, and in that web, Bhaashyam means this noose, this trap that is there, and they end up there. Okay. Then what? Atha dhiraha. Then what about these people who are called dhiraha, which was introduced in the last mantra? They amritatvam viditva dhruvam adhruveshu iha na prarthayante. Viditva, having understood this whole game, they have understood. They have solved this puzzle. They have solved this puzzle. Okay. Viditva. Dhruvam amritatvam viditva. So what did they gain? Dhruvam amritatvam viditva. Dhruvam means permanent. This permanence, this amritatvam, which is of the nature of permanence. Atma is like that, and that is who I am. Having understood that, grasped that, what happens to them? Adhruveshu ihana prarthayante. They no longer go after this adhruvam. If dhruvam is permanent, adhruvam is permanent. They no longer pine for anything else in this world. That's the idea here. Aviveki and Viveki are contrast by their pursuits, which is based on the previous mantra about the sense organs being Bahirmukhani. Okay, that is the gist. Now let's look at the Bhaashyam. Okay, who's next? Parachaha
Parachaha
Bahirgatan eva
Bahirgatan eva
Kaman
Kaman
Kamyan Vishayan
Kamyan Vishayan
Anuyanti Gachanti.
Anuyanti Gachanti
Sorry, Anuyanti Anugachanti.
Anuyanti Anugachanti
Balaha
Balaha
Alpaprajnaha.
Alpaprajnaha.
You can put a full stop there. Okay. Now, Shankaracharya started explaining. Yeah. Parachaha. Parachaha. Shankaracharya says is equal to Bahirgatan. Bahirgatan. So, Parang, Paranchau, Parancha, Parancham, Paranchau, Paracha. That is how it moves. The Sanskrit students. So this has to be what?
It is given as parachaha.
Yeah, Paracha, correct.
Parang, parang.
Parang, Paranchau, Paranchaha, Parancham, Paranchau, Paracha. So,
Dvitiya
Vitiya
it is
bahuvachana. Vitiya bahuvachana.
correct. Which is different from Prathama Bahuvachana. Okay. So Sanskrit. So others can ignore all that. So Parachaha means Bahirgatan. Means outward. They're all outward. Outward. What are the things that are outward? Kama. 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 Kama means like. Correct? But Kama can, in Sanskrit, these words can be made to mean the way we want it to mean. Okay. So kamaha means like also, but kamaha can also mean the thing I like also is called a kamaha. Correct? The object of my like also can be called kamaha. The whole like, the desire also can be called kamaha. In this case, Shankaracharya says, guess what? It is called the object of my likes. All the objects of my like is called kamaha. That's why he says kamya. Kaman is equal to kamyan. Kamya is karmani vitpatti is very obvious. It is that which is desired. So kamya means things that are desired. The things of this world are called kamyan. Therefore, Shankaracharya says kaman is equal to kamyan. Don't say desire. Say desired objects. That's what he's saying. Correct? So kamyan vishayahan. Kamyan vishayahan. Anuyanti, anugachanti, balaha, alpaprajnaha. Anuyanti, anugachanti. Anugachanti means what? Go after. Go after. Gachanti is going. Anugachanti is what? Going after. Following. Lakshmanaha, Ramaha Lakshmanam anugachati. Rama is following Lakshmana. Wait a minute, I thought Lakshmana follows Rama. No, it's the other way around. No. When they were walking in the forest, Lakshmana was going in the front. He was clearing the way for Rama to come. Like that it was. So there, Rama was following Lakshmana. Here, what? All they, some people are following this are going after this Kaman, Bahirgatan Kaman, Parachaha Kaman. Who are these people? They are called Balaha. And Balaha means Alpa Prajnaha. Alpa Prajnaha. Alpa means very little. Prajna means proper understanding. Viveka. Alpa Vivekinaha means Avivekinaha. Alpa Prajnaha. Okay. That much is clear. Alpa Prajnaha Balaha Parachaha Kaman Anuyanti. Okay, we understand that. Let's read the next one. तेन कारणेन
तेन कारणेन
मृत्योः
मृत्योः
अविद्या काम कर्म समुदायस्य
अविद्या काम कर्म समुदायस्य
यन्ति
यन्ति
गच्छन्ति
गच्छन्ति
विततस्य विस्तीर्णस्य
विततस्य विस्तीर्णस्य
सर्वतः व्याप्तस्य
सर्वतः व्याप्तस्य
पाशं पाश्यते बध्यते येन तं पाशम्
पाशं पाश्यते वद्यते येन तं पाशं
देहेन्द्रियादि
देहेन्द्रियादि
संयोग वियोग लक्षणम्
संयोग वियोग लक्षणम्
अनवरत जन्म मरण
अनवरत जन्म मरण
जरा रोगादि
जरा रोगादि
अनेक अनर्थ व्रातम्
अनेक अनर्थ प्रातम्
प्रतिपद्यते इत्यर्थः
प्रतिपद्यते इत्यर्थः
सॉरी प्रतिपद्यन्ते इत्यर्थः
प्रतिपद्यन्ते इत्यर्थः
so प्रतिपद्यन्ते samvik, that's why you won't see that, it will say pratipadyanta. So he is going to explain the entire first half of this mantra. So te those balaha, te balaha kim kurvanti, what do those balas do? Tena karanena, okay, tena karanena, because of that, that's what he said, because of that means what? Because of that tendency, because of the tendency to go after all this kama, all these desirable objects and desirable things of this world, unending also. Tena karanena kim bhavati? Mrityoho avidya kama karma samudayasya pasham yanti. Yanti. Let's talk about the verb first, right? Gachan. They go. They go. They yanti, right? Balaha yanti. So we have to see where they go. Pasham yanti. Pasham yanti. Pasham. So we have to look at what pasham. They go to this pasham. Is that pasham? Pashyate badhyate yena tam pasham. That which binds you is called pasham. Right? That's what it is. If somebody ties us with a rope, then we are bound. That's it. That anything that binds you is called pasham. That is what he says here. Pashyate badhyate yena. That by which I am bound is called pasham. Yena tam pasham. And he further explains. Can he explain this some more? Yes. Dehendriyadi samyoga viyoga lakshanam. Lakshanam, which is characterized by this passion that I'm talking about, is characterized by what? Dehendriyadi samyoga viyoga. So it is called samyoga means joining, connecting, uniting. Uniting with Dehendriya, with a body which has with body and senses, uniting with the body and senses, and after that what happens? Viyoga, disuniting, uniting, disuniting, uniting, disuniting. This is the nature of this passion. That is the bondage I am talking about. Like that Shankara is saying about Yamadharmaraja, right? Okay, that passion. And then what kind of passion? Can you explain some more? Yes. Vitatasya vistirnasya sarvatah vyaptasya pasham. This pasham, is there a place where this pasham is not there? Can you tell me? I want to go there, right? It says, sorry, vitatasya. There is no place where this pasham is not there. Vitatasya. What is vitatasya? Vistirnasya. Very expansive. It's all over. Everywhere. We want to, but moon, is that why we are going to moon? Maybe it's there in Earth, but moon doesn't have. Does moon have any passion? Yes, there is a desire to go to moon. Some people are also saying things like, after Earth, we should need a place to go. Like that they talk. I find that very humorous, this kind of discussion. And they talk about escaping Earth and all. I don't know how we can talk like. I don't know how we can spoil a planet and look for another planet. That idea, it's so alien to us, right? And anyway, so he's saying, no, vitatasya. It is all over, vistirnasya. And he is explaining further. Vistirna means what? Sarvataha vyaptasya. It is there everywhere, period. Don't ask any more question where it is not. That question itself is a wrong question. Okay? Sarvataha vyaptasya. That which is present everywhere. That which is all pervasive, this passion. Okay. Whose mischief was all this? Okay, whose mischief? Yeah, it is called Mrityoho. Mrityuhu. That mischief maker is called Mrityuhu. And, okay, Mrityuhu. And you don't know Mrityu? Don't know what that is? This guy, Mrityu, you think he's the guy who comes on a bull and then throws this pasham at you, that kind of guy? No, I'll make it easier for you. Don't worry. You don't have to imagine anything. It is called avidya kama karma samudaya. Mrityu is just this group, samudaya. Samudaya means parivar. This group of things, this triad. What is this triad? Avidya kama karma. Avidya kama karma. Ignorance causes desire. Why desire? Desire to be free. And then kama means karma has to automatically happen. And then karma will give me karma phalam. Karma phalam will give me punarjanma. And then avidya continues, avidya kama karma. Three musketeers. They used to say three musketeers and all. So I think this is some kind of a three. These are the mischief makers, three musketeers, right? So that buddhi I'm talking about, you don't have to imagine any person with a head and all that. Don't worry about all that. It's all there in our own life. Avidya kama karma samudaya. Yeah. Bhaashyam yanti. Okay. Te balaha. Mrityoho vitatasya bhaashyam yanti. Right? And like this mouse in the hamster wheel, keeps on climbing, then stops, and then wheel also stops. Then it moves, keeps on going. I checked out this Amazon.in, and they sell hamster wheels. I think people have it at home. They love to have it, I think. They love to see these rats go up constantly, I think. That's how it looks. Because why should they sell this object? I don't understand. So it's all funny stuff going on there. Anyway, then look at this. Okay. Anavarata Janma Marana Jara Rogadi Anekartha Vratam Pratipadyante Ityartaha. Ityartaha means the meaning of the whole sentence is this. That is the meaning of Ityartaha. Let me summarize. That's what Shankaracharya is saying. He's saying Pratipadyante, they gain. What do they gain? This Janma Marana Jara Rogadi Aneka Anartha Vrata. This vratam means again this group of afflictions, group of things that torment beings. What are the things? Janma, birth, death, jara, old age, and then roga, and then adi. Adi means you fill up the blank spaces. Anything else you want, you can add into this thing. Adi, sukham, dukkham, all these things, frustrations, disappointments, everything can be added. Because frustration is not death. Frustration is not old age. Frustration is not janma, right? Frustration is frustration. Who wants to be frustrated, right? So everything can be added. Anartha, what are these things? Anartha. Yes, we don't want. These are things we don't know living being wants. Artha means what? Security. These make me insecure. Artha means things that I like. These are all anarthas. These are things that I don't like. So this vratam, this group of things, that is a meaning. And on top of that, this is anavaratam. At least it will be over in this janma. Here in Tamil Nadu, they say, Pusukkana poidum. That's all they say. They say, they want to die just like that, it seems. No, what a desire they have, See, our desires also constantly change. Previously, we had a lot of desires. I want to do this, that, etc. All plans we had. Now, only plan is Pusukkana poidum. That is, I want to just die out without knowing that I'm dying. Aha. What a... Huh?
Anayasena Maranam.
No, I just want to die just like that. Nobody should know also that I die. That's how it should be. So he's saying
The word also said fast, Pusukkana, faster. The action avlo faster.
So he says anavaratam. You can die whichever way you want. But this Janma Marana Jara Rogadi is anavaratam. Is unbroken. It is continuous. It's going to happen even after you die. It's going to happen again. That is what he's saying. Anavaratam. Avaratam means broken. Anavaratam means unbroken, continuous. That is the essence, he says, for these avivekis. And next Bhaashyam will be on the second half of the mantra, right? Athadhiraha amritatvam viditva. We're going to talk about the nature of these vivekis and what happens to them, which we will see in the next. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om